How come men say they want a woman with their shit together, but then when they get that, they get intimidated and leave for a lesser value woman?
Have you ever met a rich, lame?
Yes.
Many of them.
Several.
Right. So,
know where he's
so,
going.
so having money doesn't disqualify a man from being lame, right?
Right.
No. It doesn't.
Okay, right. Having success doesn't disqualify a woman from being a terrible partner.
That's also true.
A non-listener, someone that makes it hard that doesn't know how to be present in a relationship. When you say lesser, right, you may be, to your point, describing somebody that doesn't make as much money as you. But maybe in that relationship, he feels heard, seen, valued. And what I'm saying is, with you, you have to ask yourself, if you are choosing men that you look up to, men that you feel like in their own right are pillars of the community, that have a great voice and discernment. And if you keep finding that these men are saying to you, hey, there's some things that maybe you can correct over here, and you keep excusing that, then now you're not making those improvements. Now, I'm not saying that that's you, but there's many women in here that are scapegoating the fact that they keep running away from men to your success, when it really might be your character. And maybe that's where you need to look.
How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Monday, February the 3rd, 2025. It's your man, Big D, and I'm back with another one. I want to thank all you good folk out there in YouTube land for continuing to support my son and I. He and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Family, what did you think about that clip? What did you think about the young lady's question? Why is it that men say they want a woman with her ish together, but then when they get this woman, and I'm assuming when she said a woman that has her ish together is a woman who has, is a degreed woman, a woman that has a certain position in a nice career field, I would assume that she is alluding to a woman that makes at least 6 figures or better. So now that we've kind of like skimmed the surface of what I'm sure she alluded to as being a successful woman, a woman that has her shit together. But then she goes on to say, when a man gets that, he oftentimes will leave that for a woman of lesser value. Okay, so ma'am, let me break it down to you. I think the young man did a eloquent job of breaking it down, but I'm going to give it to you from Big D's perspective. First of all, ma'am, men that have their own value and wealth, they don't care about how many degrees you have, what position you hold, how much money you make a year, what sorority you belong to, this and that, so on and so forth, right? So when you look at that and you look at those type of women, then you also understand, and this is from my experience, from my perspective, and my perspective is my reality. So I've dated women that had all those things, but I often found that what came with those women was always a tug of war. I felt like I was in competition with another me, another male, another man. And oftentimes women that have all these supposed high value characteristics, those are the worst. Those are the ones that are argumentative. They gotta just have the last word. They listen long enough just to respond. They will cut you off. They'll never let you get your thoughts off. You can let them get theirs off, listen to them, but when it comes your turn, they always cutting you off. And women that think they got it all together, you really don't. Only thing you got, you look good on paper, but when it come time to put it into action, you fail miserably. So now let's talk about the woman that perhaps don't have all of that, because hey, listen, I've met women that was that was very feminine that had degrees. So I can't say that it all goes to because a woman has a degree that she will have those masculine characteristics. But for the most part, let's just say you have a nice little chick. Maybe she have a little degree, maybe an associate's degree, maybe not. Maybe she got a little job making her $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year. Don't have no kids. And the main thing is she's very feminine. She's soft. She's soft-spoken. You can speak to her. She doesn't always have to have the last word. She's not trying to insult you. She's not trying to guilt trip you. She ain't gonna try to shame you. She's not gonna have the incessant need to always be right. Those things I just gave you are the characteristics of a low value woman. So, family, when you look at it, in my experience, I found that those women who perhaps didn't have all those degrees and wasn't all knowledgeable and whatnot, not all, certified, making all this money, those were the main ones that were more amicable. They understood their role. They were kind, they were polite. Because let me tell you something, family, men, there's nothing more, how can I put it? There's nothing else that will dull the moment to take you from here to a limp noodle than a woman. She can be fine as all outdoors, but man, if she come across masculine, don't think that if you a real value man, you a real high value man, or a man of value, a man of means and what have you, don't think that's not going to translate in the bedroom. Because one thing you don't want to have a nice looking lady, she's soft on the outside, but then on the inside, she masculine. That will translate into the bedroom. And no man want to feel like he is, smashing another dude, because that's what it basically kind of comes to at certain times. So, ma'am, just because you have all these things that society says that makes you valuable, but your mouth, your attitude, your disposition, your wicked ways, your mindset, your foresight, all of those things, your inability to have proper discernment, all those things is what makes a man want to leave you for this little sister over here that may not have as much, but at least, she is somebody who is she'll listen. She's pliable. She'll work with you. Y'all can build together. But what do you think, family? What say you? Drop a comment. And always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.